I'm really excited to bring our next presenter. She is amazing in what she does. I met her and I could feel her energy. She's just really in tune. And it's Raven Tahara. And what she's going to be doing is she's going to be creating a soul print of each of our speakers. She's in the back right there. Let me just briefly point out. She's back there. And as they're speaking, she's going to be making a soul print of their talk. And then she'll explain what this is all about when she comes up here. I want to tell you a little bit about her. She's a symbolist, a Sacramento native. She has worked over 20 years as a graphic designer, using her intuitive gifts to perceive people and organizations symbolically. In 2013, while living in Maui, she began creating soul prints for individuals. Within several years, she had created over 200 prints of these unique expressions of her artistic perception of that person's essence. She says, art is about risk and connection. I never know what I see when I look at a person's energy, but it's always unique and always beautiful. Please welcome to Sac Soul Talks, Raven Tahara.
I am so delighted to be here, and I'm so delighted to have a microphone. Thank you. So I'm going to be hiding in the back, so I just wanted to warn you while our other speakers are presenting, you will probably hear these little clicky clicks and scratchy scratch and squeaky squeaks, and just pretend that the dance portion that you were warned about is happening on canvas. So I'm tap dancing back there to our speakers, and what I'm going to be doing is tuning up to that individual speaker and talk, but also the energy in the room at that time. So it's a little bit different than what I normally do, where I do a soul print of an individual, where I tune up to their energy and then create what shows up and then interpret the symbols. In this case, I'm interpreting the energy of the room and the moment, and you are part of it. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about this piece here. And what I did was, when I first found out from RJ that we had hit the number of people that were going to fill the room, this showed up. It just showed up in my head. And I was like, whoa, so I sketched that out. And then on Valentine's Day, it wanted to be born. So that was perfect for connecting heart to heart, I thought. So you're in here, and what you may notice is that there are 5 hearts. And each one is a group of colors. There's a lighter and a darker version of each one. They're all connected, and they are all radiating out these ripples of love going out into the world from what we're experiencing in our gathering here today. And I don't know what all of this is yet, because it hasn't happened yet. I just sensed it energetically. So I'm going to be fascinated to see what happens as our day unfolds, what all this means. So while this is sitting up here and our presenters are presenting, keep an eye on this and see what you notice. See what you feel, see what you experience, and see what you notice is in here that we saw coming in. So I'm looking forward to experiencing what unfolds, and then you'll see me popping in after each presenter with a live drawing. So I won't have as much time to create as I did with that one. That was a couple hours. But these will be kind of quick sketches, and you'll get a little snapshot of what you just experienced from the speaker in visual form. Thanks. The thing that always trips me out about this process is that whenever I do one of these, the end shows up in the beginning. I had no idea where Jennifer was going with this, and I had no idea the breath thing was part of her talk. And so what showed up was this page that this person is just kind of pouring herself into and is also sort of emerging out of at the same time, and this pen that is kind of writing her. She's writing the story, or is the story writing her? And then this breath thing happened, And I was like, oh my gosh, that's what all this stuff, this big exhale, this blue, this beautiful blue just streaming out in this wonderful exhale. And I was astounded. Does anyone know what this is down here? That's her anger. She has transcended the anger. And like all the elements, the fire allows the air to rise. So that was beautiful. Thank you. I've known Laura since, I think, 2010, and every time I hear her speak, it's like I'm meeting her for the first time. And I think part of the genius of what she brings to any time she speaks is she is totally present in the room with what's needed to be said. And what I experienced was she started us down here. The first thing I drew was this abyss, going into those negative thoughts and feelings and the muck and all the rest of it. And then coming into center. So the next thing to show up was this very big golden yellow circle, the whole, the all, the one. And as she continued to talk, and she brought it in from that really big expanse of this divine love into relationship, these figures started to emerge. And you'll notice that even though they seem like individuals, they are pretty much one. They're intertwined, they're connected, they are holding hands here, but each of them is touching the other's heart. So it's fascinating to me. And when you were doing the exercise where people were releasing their things, there was like this, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, this is kind of a gross thing, but those bug zappers? So as these things were being released and dissipated and allowed to go, they were being purified through this light as they were escaping and being refined. So, and then there was the whole imagery of the fire, the flame that was surrounding that relationship that came from the muck and the issues. But you'll notice as it goes higher, it becomes lighter and freer and more open and expansive. So that's how I experienced the talk. So I know you probably didn't play saxophone.
No, I haven't.
But I did.
Yet.
I played saxophone for 8 years in junior high and high school. And as you were talking, just the shape of, and I didn't know where you're going this head, heart, and hands at all. Mm-hmm. That came much later. But this arc, and I'm going, that's a saxophone. She doesn't play the saxophone, draw the saxophone. So it was this movement. And then once I got to the point in your talk where you're talking about the head, heart, and hands, I'm like, well, of course. It starts up here. And then it goes, and it wasn't in front of the heart. It was right through the center of the heart. It connected the heart. Mm-hmm. And it came through the body and then out in this beautiful expression. And it was grounded in the rhythm and the pulse that was going out. And you're a babe.
That's very generous. That's very generous.
Check out that hair.
Is that there?
Yeah, Jessica Rabbit's got nothing on your soul. So I interpreted that as the muse, but maybe there's, more to you than we're
truth
seeing.
There.
So, yeah.
I think I'm blushing.
So, yeah, but it was this fluidity. It was the head, heart, and hands full out. And there was this beautiful, radiant wave of harmony and rhythm. A lot of these colors are complementary. You'll notice they're complements, they're harmonics. So, yeah, so cool. Thanks for letting us experience you.
Thank you.